Hello everyone! Welcome back to Soulful Energetics, aka the Soul Tribe. It is an absolute honor having you here today. I hope that you are having an amazing day today. The energy today is just off the charts, like intense. And I truly believe that that is because we are going from one portal straight into another one. So on the 9th, a few days ago, we had the 999 portal, which only comes around once a year on the 9th day of the 9th month of the year. And so that portal has now ended, and we're getting ready to jump right into a new portal with the full harvest moon tomorrow night. So the cosmos are doing some crazy dances up in the sky. Seriously, it just feels super intense. I'm feeling a lot of the things that the symptoms you're going to be feeling include like moodiness and mood swings and just kind of some crazy emotional feelings and feeling a little bit distressed and feeling a little bit lethargic and possibly dipping into a little bit of that anxiety just because we have so many things that are literally gravitating out of our life. Like the 999 portal was all about things leaving your life, and the full moon in and of itself, no matter if it's a harvest or what have you, is all about clearing away everything and releasing and transmuting and just getting rid of all of that dense stagnant energy so that we can bring in the light and the love and the positive energy and all of those higher vibrations. So we are in the midst of some crazy times right now, and the energy is just totally supportive of continuing to purge and continuing to release anything that is no longer serving you. So the archangels are by your side. I'm just feeling this massive rush of golden light sweeping through your energy field and your energy body and really just helping you transmute and transform anything that is no longer in alignment with your life. And I know that that can be scary. You know, a lot of the times we don't want to get rid of stuff and we don't want to face things and we don't want to do that spring cleaning and going through our emotional closet and digging up all of those skeletons to release everything. But it's absolutely necessary because you have gotten this far on your journey because you have been fearless, because you have chosen to pave the way and get rid of all of that self-doubt and that negativity and just moving in and anchoring in a new paradigm and a total new way of living. So today's energy is super intense, and the universe just wants you to know that you and your home are completely protected by angels. So with everything that is coming up in all of these major energetic and cellular shifts outside of you, within you, just know that you are always being protected and guarded. So you have a team of angels in the divine realm. You have your well ancestors that are always standing behind you. As soon as I said that, my hands are just radiating and vibrating as we channel. So you are always protected and guided. The Apu are the ancient wisdom keepers in shamanic terms, who are always helping your soul evolve, who are constantly giving you different signs and synchronicities and messages so that you can come forth closer on your spiritual awakening and deepening yourself in getting to those deeper layers of your higher consciousness and really accessing those ancient truths within you. So as you go about your spiritual journey, you are completely guarded and protected no matter what road you are going down currently. So positive thoughts create positive results. This is all about that internal dialogue that we have been talking a lot about lately. So, and it's a really great reminder from the universe in this time, because when we are coming out of one portal and going immediately into another one, that's just some super chaotic energy, okay? So as we are shifting from one to the other, we are literally shifting from one massive release portal into the next transmutation portal, because the 999 was all about uprooting and getting rid of anything that does not serve you. And we are going to be able to feel that 3 days after, and we are going into a full moon. A full harvest moon is tomorrow night, and so that portal's energy opens up 3 days before, the day of, and then 3 days after. So we are literally smack dab in the middle of portals right now. One is literally ending, and we've been able to feel the full moon since yesterday. So the full moon is also showing you that it's time to release, it's time to purge, it's time to transmute, it's time to get rid of anything that is not serving you, that is keeping you small, holding you down, keeping you from fully becoming your fullest potential. And so it's an incredible reminder from the universe that positive thoughts create positive results. Amidst all of this chaos, amidst all of these shifting times, it is just a constant reminder from you, from the universe to your soul, that you just need to stay positive. I know that life can really throw you curveballs sometimes, and you don't like where it takes you sometimes, but it's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of the process. So keeping positive thoughts is literally going to help you anchor in and manifest positive outcomes. So I have heard a lot lately with people coming up on the new group that we have just activated, Soulful Energetics Evolution. If you are not a part of the Soul Tribes group yet, feel free to go add yourself and join in the community and be a more integrated part. But I had somebody bring up to me yesterday that all of that love and light saying that it happens all the time is basically BS, and that we have to get real about what really happens. And I agree to that to some certain extent. There are definitely people out there in their spiritual journeys that only broadcast what happens in the light and the love and everything like that. I am not one of those people. I truly believe that in order to have true transformation and to truly help somebody and be that hand that's outstretched to the community, being like, hey, these things happen too. You have to bring it full circle. You have to balance what you are talking about. So what I mean by that is talking about how there is darkness and there's sadness and there's fear and there's doubt and there's self-hate and there's horrible things that happen in the world, and we carry around this pain and this trauma and all of those weighted down memories. And one of the best ways to get rid of that is with positive thoughts. With positive thoughts, you are going to bring about a positive action when you are going into this full moon, because this full moon is all about transmuting and releasing. It's all about facing everything that is dark within you. It's about pulling everything out, using that snake medicine that you hold within you in shamanic terms to literally pull out the poison and look at it. And that's what I mean by positive thoughts will reap positive actions with this full moon. It is literally helping you transmute everything that you need to get rid of. You're not meant to carry around everything forever. You're meant to get rid of it. So that backpack, that energetic backpack that you carry, where you put all of those stones of all of the things that you're keeping subconsciously or sometimes consciously, it's time to let go of that backpack. It's time to lessen the load. So keep positive thoughts throughout all of these changing energy times. It's pretty crazy out here. And just know that you just always have to come back to yourself and that you've done nothing wrong. In these memories, the things that are being brought up right now, so that you are harvesting memories, you are harvesting energy, you are harvesting pain and trauma that you have submerged and kept within yourself for far too long. The 999 portal is making you look at it, and the full moon portal tomorrow is going to make you transmute it. It's going to make you release it, give it back to the earth, so that those memories and that energy can be given back to you in the form of light, love, and positive energy. So forgive yourself, because in those times where horrible things have happened to you, it was not your fault. And I'm sure that consciously, in some way, shape, or form, or maybe 3/4 of the way, you know that you did nothing wrong in those situations. Like when that person lied to you, or you got cheated on, or just things just didn't turn out your way, or people, acted like they were your friend in some way, shape, or form, and then just totally ditched you and treated you horribly. Or in those moments when it deals with your family. I know for so many of us light workers and light beings, it is very hard for us to identify with the family that we have chosen, because more than likely we're like the only psychedelic sheep of the family. So in those instances, it was not your fault. And on some type of subconscious level, whether it be deep or not so deep, just scratching the surface, a part of your subconscious needs to forgive yourself. You have taken it upon yourself to feel like it was your fault in some way, shape, or form, and that is 100% normal. We have to get to a point in our society as light workers and light warriors where we are telling other people that these things are normal. When you are talking about the darkness, when you are transmuting things that no longer serve you, when you are breaking old paradigms and you are just totally anchoring a new way of being, always remind yourself and remind anybody else that is going along on this part of their journey too, that it is not your fault, that you have to upgrade. It is okay to forgive yourself and love yourself enough to anchor in a new way of life, to not settle, to not just continue to say yes to everybody and be people pleasing. It is okay to say no. Matter of fact, it is a blessing. It is one of the biggest gifts that you can give yourself, to say no and to stand up for what you want. So today is a really incredible day to just realize that we are amidst two different portals right now. The 999 portal is bringing everything up, and the full moon portal tomorrow is going to be here for you to transmute everything that has been brought up. So now is a time for forgiveness. So since we are in the middle of these two portals, and tomorrow the full moon portal hasn't fully anchored in, today is a really good day to take a look at the things that the universe has brought up for you. Whether it's a person, place, thing, job, past experience, past trauma, whatever the case may be, take a look at the things. My hands are starting to really tingle again. Take a look at the things that have been brought up for you and just sit with them. And I know that there's going to be some emotions that come up. You might feel extreme sadness or anger or hatred or fear, whatever emotions come up as you are looking at the things that have been brought up for you. Forgive yourself. Honor the emotions. Sit with whatever comes up energetically, cellularly, thought-wise. Sit with it, because that is snake medicine. In shamanic terms, that is being able to pull the poison out of you and look at it and sit with it, and then the next step is transmutation, which is tomorrow. So forgive yourself, because you have done nothing wrong. In all of those times, you just need to constantly remind yourself that you are loved, you are worthy. Whatever has happened to you along your journey, it was meant to happen so that you could grow and you could evolve and you could help other people who have gone through the same things that you have gone through. My hands are just radiating right now as we're channeling. So, next card, asking Archangel Michael to help you with this situation. So because of the things that are coming up as you are sitting with them, or as you are taking a look at the things that are being brought up for transmutation and being completely radiated out of your life, ask Archangel Michael if you are having a hard time really doing this soul work. I know this is a lot energetically and cellularly and mentally and spiritually, and it's just a lot to take on. And that's what we do. As light workers and as light warriors, we have to take this on because it's our duty. It is our duty to bring light to the darkness. It is our duty to bring that balance. It is our duty to stand forth and to stand up and to rise. And we don't have to do that on our own. You do not have to do that on your own. You are constantly surrounded and guided and guarded and protected by the Apu and the Apuasangate and your spirit guides and your spirit animals and the ancient wisdom keepers and all of the archangels and your inner shaman and your inner child. Everybody in the divine angelic realm is always with you while you are doing this spiritual work. So asking Archangel Michael to help you with whatever situation you are finding most difficult is really going to help ease this transition. And that was a big thing for me that I never really knew how to do, okay? So in the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I didn't know that I was a god and a goddess in and of my own right. I didn't know that I had all of this infinite power that I was meant to utilize, and I didn't know that I was meant to balance out the darkness. Like, I thought in the very beginning that the divine was up here and I was some hero down here on earth completely separate. But we're not separate. You are always together. You are always co-creating your reality with the universe, with your spirit guides, with quote unquote insert name here, okay, of the angelic beings, all right? So in the beginning for me, what took me the longest to realize was that I could call upon these angels. I could call upon my spirit guides. I could call upon X, Y, and Z of all of these infinite helpers to help me along so that my transition throughout whatever spiritual work I was having to do was a little bit easier. So this is not only a reminder card for you to call upon Archangel Michael, this is also a divine action card. Call upon him. Whatever you are going through, that you are finding your transition a little bit difficult to get through, he will help you transmute that. And also, little tip and technique that I use often, whenever there are moments where I feel like extreme amounts of energy, and I feel like I'm energetically being under attack, I go into this divine little, meditative state, and I pray. I call upon Archangel Michael to shield me with his protective shield. And I literally feel and visualize this shield just coming around me 360 degrees and above and below and just sealing me in protection. So that's a really incredible technique to use. So today is a really incredible day that no matter what you are going through, no matter what is shifting out, and no matter what you are coming into anchoring, just keep focusing on the things that you are releasing. okay? Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. So again, the 999 portal was all about the universe bringing up things that you might not have seen or were super like reluctant to get rid of. And so bringing that up, and now tomorrow with the full moon, you are going to be transmuting everything. That is your job, to transmute everything. So because of all of this incredibly intense energy and mega shifts that are happening, keep your eyes on your targeted intention, which is to release, which is to transform, which is to transmute, which is to completely realign your life with all of the things that you need to do in order to fully come into a new way of being, in order to rewire your brain, in order to anchor in a new paradigm of life, in order to instill new thoughts and new belief systems. It is all about keeping your eyes on your targeted intention. Now, if you are in this phase where you are like, you're seeing everything that's leaving and you're kind of grasping it and you realize that tomorrow is all about transmutation, but you're trying to like manifest that new life at the same time, you're kind of getting tangled up. So there is kind of like this spiritual way, in my personal opinion, like when we are in those portals of release and transmutation, when we are in the 2 weeks of full moon energy and full moon portal vibes, I believe that that is truly a time to focus on realigning your life. And then when we are in the midst of those new moons, that is all about manifestation and realigning your life. Now that can always be something that's in the back of your brain, but I truly feel like focusing on one task at a time is going to get you farther along in your journey than trying to break everything up. Like, okay, so for an hour right now, I'm gonna work on transmutation. And then for an hour over here, even though the cosmos and the energy are telling me in my soul that it's all about release work right now, I'm still gonna work on manifestation and anchoring in something new. I just think it breaks it up a little bit. So keep your eyes on your targeted intention right now. Whatever is happening in your life, know that a favorable outcome is upon you. I know that there are probably people and places and things and yada, 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 all of these different stuff that is leaving your life or slowly leaving your life, or you are being shown that it is no longer favorable to stay with a certain person or in a certain environment or doing certain things. I know that can be hard to grasp sometimes, which is where a lot of the trust comes in to the universe. Trust of the universe, trust of your higher self, trust of your soul path, trust of your mission. Okay? So favorable outcomes, no matter what you are going through, are upon you. Even if you can't see right now that X, Y, and Z is good to go, they need to go, then you will be able to see it in hindsight later down the road, okay? So always trying to come back to that trust. And so this favorable outcome card goes hand in hand with with positive thoughts create positive results, okay? So as you are keeping your eyes on your targeted intention and you are sealing in that transmutation and anchoring in that new way, because you are releasing, favorable outcomes are just natural to you. So no matter what you are going through, even if you can't feel or really get on board with the fact that things are leaving and just completely shattering around you, I get that. I respect that. I honor that. I've totally been there before. But no matter what you are going through, you're going to get through it. Even if it seems a little bit harder to go through right now, you're going to get through it. So, eternal love, always coming back to that eternal love of the universe, the eternal love of your soul, the eternal love of the divine angelic realm. You are constantly loved. And that was another thing in the beginning of my spiritual awakening. I know I've mentioned this before for some people. This goes hand in hand with, let's see, where was that card? This goes hand in hand with asking for help with certain situations. So in the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I thought that the divine was up here and I was down here on earth, right? So I thought that I had to do everything by myself. I didn't realize that I could call upon this angelic realm to help me and go through things. And that is the same exact example, just using eternal love. So I thought that the divine was up here and I was down here on earth and I was seeking their love. I didn't realize until way later on down the line that the eternal love that I am connecting to from that angelic realm, I also house within myself. So really tapping in to the eternal love is really tuning into the portal of your heart. Okay, it is softening your heart. It is opening up your heart to really radiate that eternal love. So whatever love you are connecting with from your guides and your angels, you too emit that same type of love. That same eternal love flows from you. It courses through your veins. So always taking everything back to love. No matter what you are going through, the universe loves you enough, and it just wants you to achieve everything that you came here to achieve, that it loves you enough to put you through whatever you are going through right now. And even if you can't see what's happening right now, I promise you will be able to see why everything has had to happen this way in hindsight later down the road. So connecting to that eternal love, loving yourself, giving yourself self-love, connecting to eternal love and radiating eternal love for other people, choosing to love other people, choosing to treat others how you would like to be treated, that golden rule. So always connecting to love and really tuning into the portal of your heart. One of the really nice spiritual techniques that I like to do when I am getting in tune with the portal of my heart and my inner devotion is I just like to take a minute and put my hands in my heart center. We did this the other day. Just put my hands on my heart center and inhale and exhale really deeply, fully into my lungs. And every time I inhale, I envision myself inhaling this golden light that is just filling my heart. And then with every exhale, I am releasing. Inhale and exhale, that golden light is really going to open up the portal of your heart. And then after you do that for a little while, adding some gratitudes in there. So inhaling, insert here. Exhaling, insert here. So that is a really great technique to really get in tune with the gratitude, having gratitude for the universe and the eternal love that it is trying to give you. When you honor and you see what the universe is helping you with, it is going to make your journey a little bit easier. So beautiful. This is only natural. So no matter what is happening, no matter what is crumbling in your life, God is in charge. The universe is in charge. Your spirit guides, your angels, the universe is just in charge. And you are also in charge because you are in constant co-creation and manifestation with the universe. And when you truly connect to the portal of your heart, and when you truly connect to your soul mission, and you really start activating those gifts that are within you, and you start taking divine inspired action, you no longer fear the roads that the universe is taking you down. You no longer get upset when you're like, oh my gosh, this thing's leaving, or this person didn't turn out to be the person that I thought they were, or there goes another relationship down the drain, or this and that. You no longer fear those aspects of life. And you realize that, okay, the universe is just in charge. No matter what is happening in my life, I am meant to go through this. I am meant to experience that breakup. I am meant to experience that hardship that I am having with my family. I was meant to get fired from 5 jobs in a row. I was meant to go through drug and alcohol addiction. When I was younger, I was meant to go through extreme amounts of sexual assault and abuse. It's just all a part of my plan. And yes, I was speaking from personal experience. And yes, I'm sure that some of that resonates with so many other people. And that's why I speak my truth. That's why, is because I know that the universe is in charge. And I know that I was given this life because I'm strong enough to live it. And that same exact thing applies to you. No matter what you've been through, you are strong enough to live this life, and there's no one else like you. You are the only one in the universe that is like you. That is absolutely incredible. So it's time to just start embracing it, embracing whatever the universe has to throw at you, and just walking this life with grace and ease as much as you can. And grace and ease as much as you can means standing in all of your authenticity and just being unapologetically you, and radiating out of your power. Amen. So focus upon divine and perfect health. If you have been, we actually mentioned this a couple days ago. So today, and this energy, because everything is leaving. So because all of these emotions and thought patterns and beliefs and paradigms and people and places and things are radiating out of your life, now is a really good time. It's been a theme a little bit, has been focusing on a new exercise program. So, and that was yesterday. So today's card is focus upon divine and perfect health. And this says a lot about what's happening. So when you are working out, you are not just giving yourself the ability to have, a better looking body. It is also giving you clarity of the mind. You're able to flow through different emotions with more confidence, and you are able to lessen the load physically so that you can do some of that more technical and way deeper spiritual work with, it comes easier, like astral projecting and lucid dreaming. It helps when you are, when you are smaller, so to speak, physically. And I talk a lot about our mental and our emotional health. And that has to do with that backpack that you are carrying, where you are keeping everything and you need to get rid of that weight. So too, you need to get rid of the weight that's on your physical body. Because when you are in that state of, not eating right and not drinking right and not getting good sleep, and you are just eating all of those carbs and all of that stuff, trust me, I have had so many days where all I did was eat 3 times my serving and just covered it in carbs, or 3 ice cream bars in a row. I totally get it. But I am so happy to actually sit here and say that I started my new exercise routine completely intuitively 5 days ago. Today is day 5 of working out 20 minutes a day. And my personal trainer absolutely kicks my butt, and it is time. It is no wonder why we are being called to have this new exercise and health routine. It's because of all of the upheaval. So with all of the upheaval, if we leave out the working out, all of the upheaval is going to cause us to feel dense and to feel lethargic and to feel anxiety and depression and stress and feel weak and feel moody and feel this and feel that, and it all just compounds into our body, right? And it just sits there. So what does exercising do? Exercising moves the body, and it shakes away those cobwebs in our brain, and we are able to get into our body again, and we are able to connect with Mother Earth, and we are able to connect with our heart and with our soul. So it's no wonder why, with all of this upheaval that we are experiencing, that we are now being called to focus on divine and perfect health. It makes perfect sense. So I think I'm going to do one more card. Okay, just kidding. I'm going to do 2. I'm being called to do 2. So number 1, exactly. I said this so many times throughout this video. You are guarded and protected. It is okay to make new decisions. It is okay to realize your worth. It is okay to stand up and love yourself. It is okay to start going after the things that you want to go after. It is okay to come out of the spiritual closet. It is okay to stand up and start manifesting and just living your dream life. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing, okay? It is so easy, like we talked about in the daily post today, it is so easy to get lost in other people's lives, to just be constantly scrolling and just being lost, living vicariously through other people online. It is so easy. It is literally the day and age that we live in. But that's not what you were meant here to do. You were meant to live your own life. Because have you ever noticed, like I posted today from personal experience, when I first spiritually awoken, I felt like, oh, wow, I finally understand what life is about. I finally understand what I am put here to do. Okay, so who am I going to have as some type of mentor or somebody giving me inspiration? Who can I follow in a totally positive way? This was me in the beginning, okay? So I filled my feed. I completely gutted my feed. First of all, I blocked anybody that needed to be blocked. I unfollowed people. I unfriended people. I unfollowed and unliked groups and pages and what have you, all of the things. Completely gutted my feed. Okay, and then I filled my feed with light and love and positive energy through all of these soulpreneurs. Okay, right. So that got me so far. That got me far enough until I realized that I had been trying to do some of the things that they were doing, but it wasn't working for me. And so then I got down about myself, and I was like, what the heck? So then that's when the anxiety started to set in. In the beginning, it was all about following these people, and I'm like, yes, and they'd give me so much inspiration, and I'd be able to go out and try this. But the more that I tried some of the things that they were doing and it didn't work for me, the more my brain started turning on me. The more this part of my head was just like, oh my God, why can't you look like her? Oh my God, she is X amount of years younger than you, and look at everything that she has accomplished already. Oh my God, it's never gonna happen for me. Why can't I be her? Why can't I live her life? And then it just dawned on me out of the blue one day that it's not supposed to. We are not meant to live vicariously through other people. You are meant to create more than you consume. Let me repeat that. You are meant to create your own life, to create your own content, to create your own song and dance and dream life, more than you are meant to consume other people's lives and stories. So, you are always guarded and protected. If you need to block those people and move away, do it. It is okay to stand up for yourself. It is okay to create your own dream life. It is okay to stand up and be unapologetically you. Like, if people just need to like F off. It's okay. Being on the spiritual journey doesn't mean that you are perfect 24/7. It just means that you are unapologetically you, and you are just going to continue to vibe and flow and be you, okay? And the more you start doing you, the more guarded and protected you're going to feel. The more it is going to feel better when you stand up and do the things that you want to do. Boom, exactly, which leads us to the last point, okay? Explore your options. You are guarded and protected as you explore your options. You are guarded and protected as you start to radiate out, a new energy. As you start to emit new energy, a new frequency, and a new vibration, and you start to really going to different courses and workshops, and you buy that book that you've been wanting that seems like it's going to change your life, and you start working with that spiritual coach, or you start to work with a spiritual guru or mentor. You do that shamanic healing, or you actually invest in yourself, and you get that oracle reading that seems a little bit overpriced, but really it's going to change your entire life. When you start exploring your options and working not only with other people on a spiritual journey, but people that are literally going to uplift you, that are going to hold space for you, like you are in this chrysalis. I've been just seeing butterflies nonstop. You are this butterfly in this chrysalis, and it is okay to get help from the universe while you are in there. It is okay to work with other people so that they can lift you up to the space where you want to be. If you have been admiring somebody for a long time and you've been waiting to work with them, stop waiting and actually book an appointment. Start working on yourself even deeper. There comes a time, and I had to realize this, and I can't exactly tell you like when or how it came to be. It was just one of those intuitive things. So for the first year of my spiritual awakening, it was all about the research phase. So it was me, solo me, just by myself, reading and listening to videos and watching and just doing all of these things. Resources. And somehow in the year after that, it was about a year and a quarter into my spiritual awakening. So we are like a quarter into that second year. Something inside me just said, it's time to explore. It's time to actually stop reading about everything, stop listening to everything, stop, and actually start doing. And so this is your call to action. This is your call to action to, after you are done releasing everything, you are going to have created enough space between this 999 portal and this full moon portal over here of transmutation. You are going to have created enough space to give yourself the option and the opportunity to explore your options. So after all of this work of transmutation, start exploring. Start getting a little crazy, okay? Start working with people. Start building community. Community brings me back to Soulful Energetics Evolution. If you are not a part of our group yet, you are missing out. We have gone from 0 to literally like 375 people overnight. So this group is growing, and this is an opportunity for you to start taking divine inspired action, to not only just be resourcing and researching things by yourself, but you can grow a community around that. So that is an incredible way to do that. If you have been waiting to book a session with me, please book a session with me. Like, let's work together. You don't have to continue to go along this spiritual journey by yourself. There are so many people out there that are just here and ready and willing and waiting for you to say yes to you. So, well, there goes that.
All right, we're having problems again. Okay, I love you guys. Man, my phone is doing that weird thing again. All right, let me see if I can find everybody's eyes first. Okay. I love you guys. This is so weird because my phone is still long ways, but it's registering somewhere else. Okay, so thank you so much for being a part of the Soul Tribe. Thank you so much for saying yes to your soul's evolution and being drawn to this video. Thank you so much for being a part of the tribe. I love you so much. Please share this video. Please share this page. Please join our incredible group. Please click the like and the follow and the subscribe button so that we can stay in touch more. I love you. Namaste.